What up, suckers? Nothing important about what's on my body right now today. What's important is I feel like butt cheeks. I feel like a couple of butt cheeks slapping together. I feel like trash, but I'm here to do a fucking BST for your bitch ass, and this one's gonna be a doozy. You fucking degenerates already know about Otis the Axe, the metal band I was in. For long live the Axe. So yeah, I was in that band for a little while. Got recruited by my boy Josh Murphy into that band, even though I sucked at guitar and still fucking do. Anyway, was in that band, and some shit went down that I haven't revealed to you before. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So a motherfucker learned all of the songs. Josh taught them to me. Learned them. Was talking about fucking shredding metalcore, dude. And went to several practices, brushed up on my skills a little bit, and prepared myself for our first show, which I believe took place in Denton, Texas. Psych, it was Decatur. It was at some kind of rec center, convention center type shit. Fucking sad, dude. Fucking sad. We didn't even have a tight venue. It was some sort of convention center. Shit was whack. Anyway, we rolled up in that bitch ready to fucking tear the motherfucking roof off that hoe. There's some videos online that you can find buried in the deep corners of the internet where my bitch ass was playing guitar for the first time on a stage in my entire life. And I sucked a fat hairy chode, dude. I was terrible. Real bad. Real bad. Didn't have very much of a stage presence. Should have been getting into it and fucking head thrashing and shit, but I wasn't. I was standing there stiff as a board talking about it's a fucking sad video that I hope never sees the light of day again. Don't look for it, whatever you do. I know you're not going to anyway. Nobody gives a fat fuck. Anyway, yeah. So I sucked on stage. It was a terrible show, on my part at least. It was my first time with the band. The guy before me, whose spot I took, had got socked in the face for pulling something that was horrible to my friends, and he deserved it. Anyway, I had taken his place. And yeah, so I became the new member of Otis the Axe, also known as OTA. And the shit's all fucking lies, son, because I was the greatest, am the greatest fucking shredding metal guitarist you would ever see in your fucking miserable lives, dude. I was balling. I was balling. It took that show for me to learn that I needed a stage presence, and then after that, I was fucking crab cornering all over the fucking stage, talking about hair whipping, bitch. Hair whipping. But anyway, played that show. The other bands that we played with were interesting to say the very least. One of them was called the Donatellos, dude. Probably the weirdest fucking experience I've ever had watching a band perform. They were some type of emo, screamo, metalcore type fusion, much like we were. That there was plenty of billions of bands doing that at the time. So it was fucking sad we even decided to do it in the first place. And fuck that music, it's not even cool anymore. Anyway, the Donatellos took the stage and got up there ready to shred and go hard. I don't remember if the actual music was worth a fuck or not, but the frontman definitely wasn't. I saw this fool center stage talk about screeching. Fucking weird screams, dude. Weird fucking screams, making all kinds of fuck noises out of his throat. Guttural noises. And this dude wanted to be some kind of electrical phenom of a fucking rock star, dude. So he was fucking screaming, thrashing himself on the ground, fucking kicking around in circles, just trying to be animated and shit. Shit was sad and fucking dumb. We were shocked and appalled by what we witnessed happening on that stage in that convention center in Decatur, Texas on that day. We did not like what we saw. We were like, fuck some Donatellos, dude. This band is the worst shit we've ever seen or heard in our lives, dude. To this day, worst band I've ever seen perform live, worst band's music I've ever had penetrate my fucking ears ever, and the worst frontman in the history of rock and roll, dude. Anyway, that fool was kicking around, thrashing like a fucking Ninja Turtle, shell-shocked on his shell, getting spun around, dude. Shit was dumb. We looked at each other like, fuck this shit, we're out of here, dude. We played with these bands, so what we tried to do is watch them and pretend like we gave a fuck about them out of some sort of respect in the metal community type dumb shit. Anyway, we had to act like we liked it for like 2 or 3 songs, and then we dipped out of that hoe to go smoke cigarettes. And weed. And beers. And liquor. and possibly somebody was on pills. Don't know. Anyway, we concocted a little plan out there in the back while we was doing drogas, dude. Just hanging out. They were talking about that we should gank something, dude. That we should gank something. And that I needed to fucking prove I had chops by ganking something that day. For those that don't know, when you're playing in a rockin' band that uses fast and technical drums, you gotta have that double kick pedal, fool, that you can double kick them fucking feet on and slay that bass drum, fool. That double kick pedal was a ballin' ass fucking piece of equipment that our drummer Lars really enjoyed having, but I think his kick pedal was broke at the time. DW was the top of the line brand that you could get of them motherfucking kick pedals, fool. And they had like the DW 1000, the 3000, the 5000, probably like, oh my god, it's over 9000 type pedals, fool. Yeah, so I think Lars's was like a 1000, like the low grade version, and it was like broke or something. So we started gazing around at other people's equipment. It's sad. This story's about to get sad. I just realized, now that I'm already halfway through this story, that it's some fuck shit I probably shouldn't talk about. But that was the old me, and I got no couth and no shame and zero regrets. Would never go back and change anything. I'm a changed man now, but I think the shit that I used to do is fucking hilarious, even though it was wrong and twisted. Anyway, we gazed out across other people's equipment. I'm sure they probably weren't in all seriousness expecting me to gank some shit, but we gazed over at none other than the Donatello's equipment and saw a dope-ass DW pedal, fool. I think it was the over 9000 version, dude. Saw the pedal, was being urged on to jack the pedal, but nobody thought I would really fucking do it. But then I did the worst, most awful fucking thing you can ever do in your life and ganked that DW 9000 pedal, fool. Snatched it up, put it in our fucking van. God, really sad and fucking wrong, dude. But at the time, we needed to fucking rock. I wanna rock! I want to rock! So I had to jack that pedal, fool. I had to grab it up. Anyway, fucking swiped that pedal right on up, threw it in the back of our van, dude, or whatever we were driving, some kind of truck with a fucking camper shell on it. Yeah, so I threw it off in there. I don't think anybody was expecting me to actually pull that fucking move, but I had to do what I had to do to prove I was rocking and that I was down for fucking OTA, fool. And we all hated the fucking Donatellos and thought they were garbage. They didn't need no TW 9000 pedal. No, we needed that shit because we ruled and all these other bands sucked a fat cock. Not proud of this one, folks, but we thought the shit was comedy. We thought the shit was fucking hilarious at the time, dude. Just juveniles out here committing juvenile acts, dude. Committing fucking hood rat shit. So yeah, yanked the pedal from the Donatellos, thought it was fucking funny as shit. We got out of there. We didn't like fucking go out of there quick or anything. We hung around for a little while. We knew we had gotten away with it, or I had gotten away with it. The Donatellos never blew up or anything. I don't think they're a big deal, and they're probably not making music anymore, much like we aren't. But, yeah, I like to think to myself sometimes that maybe the reason they didn't make it in the fucking music scene and become big fucking high up goddamn rock stars is because I ganked the pedal that day and fucking ruined their dreams. It's so sad, dude. If you're out there, Donatellos and that frontman who I've completely thrashed in this fucking video, I'm sorry. Lo siento. Shit was wrong. But to me, the shit is hysterical still to this day. As there's suddenly a knock at my door, I go to answer it. It's the Ninja Turtles, and Donatello comes storming in the door with his staff and starts beating me senseless for what I did all those years ago. Sad, dude. Should never have done it, but it's funny, so who gives a fuck? Who gives a fat fuck about it? But it was tight. That's what I did for my first show with Otis the Axe and proved that I was metal as fuck. You already knew from the guy that brought you the Christmas ruiner that I was not a good person, dude. So there you go. There's my fucking BST today. And I wish it was bullshit, but it's 100% true. So yeah, fool. God. But it's not like we turned around and fucking sold it or made a profit off it or anything. Nah, we just made rocking dope songs and continued to fucking rock and slay. So it went to good use. Thanks, Donatello's, but also sorry. Anyway, this fucking story's over, dude. But anyway, if I held anything back or didn't mention every peculiar story that's ever happened in my fucking life, I wouldn't have enough content to bring y'all the 14 seasons I got planned to this fucking show. So there you go. There's another zinger for you. This one's been tough to tell, tough to relive. Psych, it's hilarious to relive, dude. It's hysterically funny. And I know y'all want to hear one of the dope jams we created with that DW pedal. So here it is.
How's it going, Dallas, Texas? We're Otis the Axe from Jack County. Yeah, everybody give it up for those last bands.
Woo, the last band. Fuck the last bands, dude. It's sad.
All right, our first song is called John and the Machine. Go ahead and take it whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a little sampler. Let's turn that off right now. It's not the best recording ever. It was recorded live. Sad. Will did a good job. I did not. So, there you have it, motherfuckers. There's your goddamn bullshit story for today. So, we're gonna do what we always fucking do. We're first gonna look at this gigantic wing hanging off the back of my head and this gnarly bald spot that's up top. And then we're gonna sing the outro song. Goodbye now.
Until next time.